Hello, everyone, and welcome to the broadcast. I'm newtmechanist, and today we are going to be playing the latest installment of the Observation Duty series. I'm on Observation Duty 8. Kind of a favorite of mine. I really do enjoy this series. They are effectively spot the difference games. You have to get through some amount of time in the game, and you have a limited number of things that can be wrong at once. So a door might open when it wasn't open before, a person might be in the room, a dish towel next to the sink might be on the other side of the sink. If you don't spot enough, if you spot too few of them, if too many of them pile up, then you lose. It's a fun little kind of concentration mechanic, and we often call it a auto gaslighting game because you start to question yourself during it. You know, was that always there? Was that always that color? Was it always in that position? And you'll start to think that it wasn't, or that it was when it wasn't. Can be interesting. You're constantly asking yourself, what did I miss? I had to shift the chair and Ember jumped down, so she's all sprawled out watching. Isn't that right? Let's check in with kitties before we get going, though. We have, let's see, Mason is on the bed. Sky is crouched down there in the play area. A little bit of tail lash going on there. Molly goes zooming by him. Sammy's over on the shelf. Yep, Molly charged past him. A little bit of a kitten hop, and she ran over to what amounts to cover back behind him where he's not really watching anymore. Cat's playing. We do have a Twitch ad active right now. So we're going to wait for a moment. Man, maybe one of these times I will get the proper motivation and I will start writing a program to act as a backend or an additional layer of backend for StreamerBot to handle some of this stuff, like come up with some sort of on-screen marker if there is a Twitch ad present, that kind of thing. Now, but otherwise, let's see. Coding is tomorrow. Hopefully, we'll have some interesting stuff to try out. It's technically a bit of backtracking, but seeing as there's some extra stuff that we want to do that is going to be a extra performance cost, there's some tuning that I want to try again. But we'll see. In the meantime, though, new game. You'll have to trust me. There is like pretty intense music that plays during the menu. Once again, I do not trust YouTube Content ID to not constantly poke the video and require me to jump through pseudo DMCA hoops. So calm piano and string music for you. Let's see. So we have 6 new levels. It looks like we're starting with hard mode and not. Given my experience, normal mode is plenty difficult. I don't need rapid fire mode. Okay, we have ranch. Looks like airplane terminal. The fashion venue, which appears to have like a theater and catwalk. Sharpshooter has joined us and is going to attempt to name that cat. We have an office building. Look at all the stuff in that room in the office. All these books and knickknacks. A lighthouse. Ooh. That one is Mason. That is Mason, the larger of the two tan and white brothers. Then Arctic Research Center. Very, very the thing, you know. Welcome nonetheless, Sharpshooter. A deprecated Bodak Research Center. Bodak is the, I believe, the kind of organization that we are ostensibly working for. I say ostensibly a lot. I wonder if I'm using it correctly. Well, let's start with the ranch. The Bureau's the U.S. Southwest Field Office has detected anomalous activity in northern Redacted. The epicenter of anomalous activity in the area appears to be a family-owned cattle ranch in Redacted County. Internal memos from the local sheriff's department confirmed the status of the family as missing, but the sheriff and the county commissioner's involvement in local Redacted related to an organization of interest has prompted Redacted of an official response. Sky's the big fluffy gray and white one. He is the largest and oldest of all of them right now. Organization of interest has prompted Redacted of an official response. A local journalist has investigated, but their whereabouts are currently unknown. Local wildlife management has credible reports of humanoid Redacted in the area. Audio files recovered from a damaged cassette recorder during preliminary investigations contained an ominous buzzing hum that indicates one or more Redacted in the area. They do a pretty good SCP vibe in this. Or just, you know, strange creatures and phenomenon with an organization watching out and trying to contain them, if not also protect them. We may have to adjust volume, but we'll see. Music will be very faint. Oh, we have dog. That's gonna... Active animal is always a thing. They have a lamp in the skull head. You can see the handle of it there. Let's see. So we have porch, entrance, kitchen, clock, living room. Oh man, that's gonna be awful. Those horses right there, that's gonna be awful. Goats. So stable, backyard, 3 goats, scarecrow. Merch with dog. So we're gonna lose pretty rapidly each time we get started. Because a big part of this game is building up a memory of what everything looks like. Huh. Well, it's already started. I thought that had been opened. I thought that wasn't open. Yeah, that's going to be awful. Same with the dog and goats. This prime WTF territory. I'm suspecting the calendar will be able to change. Tell you, fluffy kitties are lovely little critters, but do not underestimate hygiene when it comes to fluffy cats, because I will tell you, cats are normally fastidious animals, but if something goes wrong or that something is out of the ordinary, a fluffy cat is extra work. Let's put it that way. Yeah, we're getting a whole lot of nothing. No, it's that they have a lot of big fluffy fur for messes to get stuck in. Calendar changed. All right, it's not going to be a full 0 night. Sky gets really disgruntled when I have to hose him off. Noise that way? One of the mechanics of the game is that it costs you time to guess. And there are also some... Who's the youngest kitty? Molly. Molly is the youngest, then Sherbet and Mason, then Sammy, then Ember, then Sky. Is that paper always open? That be an image anomaly, maybe? I don't really have a cat I like the most. They all have their own charm to them, Sharpshooter. Like a tractor back there or something. Still dog. Well, that's a new thing. Apparently that was a secret item, a little toy car. That was rude, game. But hey, new mechanics. Shell Sharker, this is called I'm on Observation Duty. It is the 8th game in the series. It is effectively a pseudo-horror spot the difference game. Things will steadily change in the scenes overnight, and you have to spot them. This is a warning telling me there are 3 things that are different, and I haven't gotten them. If there's a 4th thing different at the same time, I lose. Hey there, Uchiha. Welcome. We have just started playing this iteration of the game, so we're going to lose a lot. Thank you, Uchiha. I appreciate it. Is it always that bright? It was always that bright. Okay. I hope I win too, Uchiha. Oh, no, we lose. Good timing. Okay, let's see. Something was swapped in the living room. There was an extra thing in the stable. And there was something wrong with the lights in the entrance. Okay. This is something that they added around, I think, 6 or 7, where they tell you not precisely what was wrong, but like the general category and where it was. It doesn't always help you like home in, but it can. It can be. And also keep in mind, this is easy. This is normal mode. There is a hard mode. If I had to guess, this was on or one of these wasn't. I've played through all of the versions of this. There's only been one that had content that I had to drop the stream for. But really, I would say at about 4 or 5, they really hit their stride, and the quality has been ramping up. Okay, that was the case here. That clock does track the current time, so if that is out of sync, then we'll need to be cognizant. This was the extra object. There was a saddle here where it wasn't supposed to be. Ember is up behind my head right now. He is being very squirmy. By about 15 minutes in-game time into the run, it has started. It's variable. It can take a little longer. It can go faster. But you have like a limited time to refresh your memory of what the place looks like before things get weird. Those animals are going to do something weird. It's a matter of time. Can't remember what these are called, but it's a type of grate that that is for... It's to prevent cows from walking across it. I don't know what it is about it that would prevent them from walking across it. It looks like a leg-breaking hazard to me, but such is my knowledge of farmcraft. The what now? That was a noise. There's totally going to be something in that doorway, too. Oh, hello. With some intruders like that, it is to your advantage. It is often a good idea to identify them and then move cameras, because the intruders can try to essentially break the camera and make you lose. But hey, first intruder on this level. Definitely a few things that could be moving around. Don't know what it would be, that weird squeaking sound. It might have been like the end of that whinny there that we arrived on. And because it was truncated, it felt very different. So with the animals, at least the dog and the horses, they are prepping you for a jump scare or an oddity to occur by having them look at the camera periodically. We're definitely missing at least one thing already. We're missing 3 things. Fog in the backyard. Okay. Clear this. There are now 2 things active. You get warned at 3. Once you've been warned once, it won't warn you again. Well, the guy on the couch wasn't, like, bright red. That was a reoccurring character in 7. Was the, like, scalded red naked guy. There's got to be something here. That is the goal, Obanai. We are very near another loss for the round, though. Orange. I don't know what this is. It's not an abyss. I don't know what that one is. Okay, an object was being moved on the front porch. A hole in the entrance. I didn't see one, but maybe it was where the shovel was. That would make sense if it was a hole. Something went missing from the stable. Yes, Obanai, it's I think it was definitely there in 7. I think it might have been in 6, but definitely in 7 they give you a listing of what the anomaly, what type of anomaly it was and where. As of 8, there is a new mechanic called Secret Objects that seem like a collectible. It could have been an abyss. It said it was a hole. Normally, the abyss is like an expanding void, you know? Okay, front area. Like, if there was a hole in the ground, maybe it was around here? Or here? I know it was darker back there, so it could have been an abyss-style thing, but... I mean, clearly something was wrong there. It was identifying it was the problem. Well, but I feel like that's a kind of a classic element of the observation duty games, is that the people that decorated the places that we're watching deserve to be haunted with the kind of statues and whatnot that they put in their living space. Like, it might be supernatural, but you're making things worse. And this is my, opened Ouija board display. This is my inverted cross room. There's one more thing. This is new. Oh! Dude. Dude. That's a new mechanic. 7 had a lot of unique... 6 through 7 also had a lot of things unique to them. Might have just been 7. Hey, Stiggy Man. And Dylan, welcome, everyone. We're playing Observation Duty 8. We're trying to spot the spooky differences. I heard something that sounded like an exhalation here. Looks kind of like a fireplace, but those logs are sticking pretty far out. It might be more of like a stove. Something is definitely active right now. But where? The trash bag man was definitely unexpected. Makes sense that trash bag man appeared when you removed all of his mysterious trash bags, but... It's a nice little 1-2 punch that they pulled off there. Oh, wow. That hour hand talked right over to 1, like full tick. It was not a smooth progression. Okay, the horse noises echo hard when you if you switch during them. We're probably going to get the "there are too many things" warning very shortly. The windmill subtly moves. I suspect it will start spinning wildly for one of them. We have seen the calendar image change. That is still a very bright fridge light. There it is. Starting to get the hang of what things seem to be in the right spot, but still not, clearly not fully on there. Fork. Bins. That light, not that light. Saddle and straps. No extra saddle. 2 horses. All right, what did we miss? Something swapped in the living room. Something had been moved on the front porch, or in some way altered, and then lighting in the entrance. All right, I've got to step away for just a moment. I will be right back. Okay, we're back. A bit of beverage. Ember has switched to the bed there. Alrighty. Okay. So lighting change here. Calendar, switches, then outlet, fruit bowl, open newspaper with it looks like images of red guy. You gem, a daily something, bright magazine / book, tray of 3 candles, candle tower thing. Then horse, footstool, 2 lamps, wiring running across, saddle straps, 3 goats, lit shed, trough left, kind of a bathtub back right, kind of outhouse looking thing back center with a tractor, scarecrow, spotlight, or gabled window, 2 lamps, whatever this is, wind chimes, lantern, milk crate. Seems like both of these are lit from below. There's that gate, there's the there's a name for this too. I used to be familiar. 3 pumpkins. Okay. Generally, fruit bowls aren't supposed to do that. Pile of books with a glowy center to them. A flare through fog kind of center. Scarecrow definitely going to do something eventually. We got one, but it was a very obvious type. Occasionally get runs where everything is the obvious type, but it's rarely the case. There's usually subtle ones. Really waiting for these horses to pull a Mr. Ed on me or something. Ah, okay, that's a hay bale. Welcome back, Shell. Is this always swaying? I mean, it would make sense that it was swaying. That wheel there? Hey, Schmuggums. Welcome. Those are my cats. Yes, Shell. We can see two of them there. I can't tell if it's Mason or Sherbet on the left, but it's Ember on the right. I have 6 cats and 8 cameras to find them with. Light. Looks like that's Mason there. His face doesn't have the splotchier markings. Okay, well, we found another thing. That's good. Flickering light is more subtle, but not the toughest type. Newspapers look the same. Books, candles. We're missing things here not infrequently. It's kind of dim. There's a lot. We keep timing that bad. Again, if you switch to backyard while the horse is neighing or such, it gets loud and it kind of echoes. I still haven't found a good glare reduction solution for when we're playing. Oh. Abyss in the living room. This is an abyss. This is also a game ender. The abyss continues long enough, it kind of consumes the area. Full-on scarecrow. Classically constructed as well, with the support beams like through the clothing. Grand Caballero Ranch. The text on that sign is also a good target for a change. One of the things they've done well in the recent observation duty games is to have a whole bunch of extra anomalies that get sort of cycled in. So run to run, you are likely to get a very different subset. In the last one, each level has a special intruder. So there was a common intruder, that was Red Guy. No, approaching morbidly obese, but just very fat, usually nude guy that would show up. Where are you in the game? This is the first level. We're 2 hours into the shift and we're about to lose. There are 6 levels and 2 difficulties. So we're on first at normal difficulty. It's not uncommon that they add additional layers of difficulty eventually. There was one where it would randomize which cameras from which levels you would get. So you might have an array of camera views from every different level. Bin. So there are 3 things active that we haven't noticed. Oh, that's a... That's very uranium-y. That has got to be the 3rd object. So there's still 2 active. Your shift runs until 6. It's the, go until sunrise kind of thing. Is there always a stool under this? Because we know there's a step stool there. It was indeed there. The outhouse is missing. There. Right there. That animation when the dog looks at the camera. That's going to be a whole thing eventually. It has to be. I was not expecting the block glowing green radioactive stuff to appear. It's definitely an unexpected object. I wonder if you sit there looking at it for long enough if it's a game ender, because the Geiger counter clicks were going faster. Oh no. Ha. Well then. They had 4 legs each. Like legs where the arms would be. Curtains where there weren't curtains before. I think. Nope. Object manipulation. One more try on it. I don't recall seeing them move. Yep, they weren't moving before. Curtains are still now. We're almost at the 3-hour mark. So again, mechanically, it's if there are 4 active anomalies at once, you lose. Oh, hey, Razwolf. Good to see you again. Welcome, Raiders. You are arriving for I'm on observation duty 8. I really like this series. Again, good to see you again. How you been? How you been? Banana. Banana. Does that count? No. Banana. Not a banana. There is another banana. Still going, Raz. Still going. Is the other banana? This is a new mechanic. Local anomalies is new. There. That was a glare issue. Good, good. Oh. Image. I was not expecting the banana. Base, that's right, that's right. That's right. Nothing there. Those are right. Tractor / car, outhouse, lit. Goat, 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 thing. Lights. Oh, oh.
Look at what you're gonna make me do, partner.
Okay, I don't know how to solve that one, but that is a deadly intruder anomaly that we got to see there. So, intruder on the front porch. If I had to guess that, well, the thing is, I couldn't click him. I could not report him. It's, if I tried to do it, that's when the first X appeared and he shot the camera. Every subsequent time, you still got a red X. So there may have been something that I could have clicked otherwise. Maybe if I didn't click on him. We have seen you cannot interact with the intruder directly before. Well, but yeah. The iteration of Huge Man in 7 was a you can't interact with them the normal way. He would grab and start punching the camera. We don't know the trick to that one yet, but, you know, we'll figure it out if it happens again. That was an intense one, though, wasn't it? Might be apparent already, but this is a spot the difference game. If something changes, we need to identify it. Sometimes it's just like click and hold on it and say what it is that's wrong. Sometimes you right click and say that it is a general issue. And sometimes, like we saw, there are interactive elements. They've added a couple of new things to this iteration. There are the local anomalies where you have to find all of them. And we also secret objects, which again seem to be collectibles. where once you find them, you have kind of collected it. We should have something already. I think one of the things last time was these crates were missing, but let's just verify. Were they missing, or are they extra? They were missing. That was one of the things last time. We know the curtains can move. Yeah, we're missing something. Aren't these normally blinking? Nope. Stains. That is where that is the cushion that the naked guy with a cowboy hat was sitting on. Sweaty butt print. Oh, no, it's not replacement. Dang it. It looks closer than normal. Room manipulation? Actually, is that too far back? It was. Let's watch. The door should be closer. There was an extra row of pillars. That happened in the locker room of the spa in 7. Weird animal. Told ya. The way the dog looked at the camera, it's like, yeah. See, these are the fun sort of jump scares. It's not just, generic monster leaps at the camera kind of stuff. They kind of set you up. Always a second banana in that? Candles, 3 candles, thing, book, slippers, correct paintings, magazines and whatnot. In 7, out in front of the apartment complex, you could get the long cat. We are missing something. Fog. Paper's still open. Calendar is correct. Plates look right. Glare check on the dark doorway. Feel like there's got to be 1 to 2 active already. That's lights. Headlights were flickering. We're knocking a couple of them out on the regular here, so that's a good sign. The guy on the porch, though, is, did you just try to click on me? Oh. Something, missing something. But what? Extra horse would also be a good one to try to slip by past. Goat as well. Welcome back, Obenai. I know the feeling. Sleep is elusive. As are the at least 2 anomalies that are active right now. Wait. That's not supposed to be there, right? Oh, it is. Is it? One more try. The self-gaslighting has begun. What is that? There are things out there. There was a creature out in the corn near the outhouse. It was a very faint, pale shape. There's still at least one anomaly active. Has to be. We haven't been finding them fast enough. Really seems like there's something wrong with the shelves in the living room, but apparently not. That something feels wrong. Entrance, kitchen, living room, stable, backyard. Yeah, okay. I think we still have all of our cameras. Where's calendar, clock, chairs, whatever that thing in the foreground is. Candles, book, slippers, books. That one? probably okay, but back around. So these are the rear lights of a car. Oh. There are supposed to be red, close. There are supposed to be red car lights, but there's also supposed to be that. That was the third one. There are 2 left. This magazine cover has changed. You did indeed help. There is at least 1 left. A second could have spawned in the interim there. Lantern, 2 lights, 3 pillows. Segment. Pumpkin's wheel. Oh, extra object. That was in the first run. Extra saddle here. Goats, 2 troughs. Shed, scarecrow, light. That a thing? That another dude? No. Just a paler shape. Let's verify. I think the shovel is supposed to be there. Feel like it's been there regularly. Okay. Doesn't seem right. And it probably is, but I'm getting I feel increasingly that it isn't. Abyss at the front porch. Abyss is amongst the ones that will distort the camera UI. And you have to call out, that is a right-click anomaly. You have to call out what it is. Is it fog at the front porch? It's very faint fog if it is, but it seems to be building up. I think that might just be the fog. Oh, maybe? It's the same category. I mean, it's nice of them to not make us distinguish between fog and steam. Yes, they are. Yes, they are. 2 to 3 times taller. Easily 2 to 3 times. I expect this to get replaced by something at some point. What is that? Shadow is weird. It seems like there's definitely some fog, but not abnormal fog. Like, this seems to be the correct amount of fog? It is the shadow of one of the goats, but it's weird. Like, shadow. Oh, okay. Second light. We're still missing things, but... That's a good point. There was something here. The goats were standing at something that wasn't there. The shadow is supposed to be there. There was something here that I don't even remember what it was, but it wasn't supposed to be there. That won't be the last time that we that I take a stab at something and it happens to be wrong. I just spent a dust mote there. Thought I saw a flicker. There's something hiding behind it. Either that or it's a dead body. It has a bunch of extra limbs. Yeah. Well, that was inevitable. The scarecrow becoming some sort of corpse totem was a certainty. Ah, what are you? Intruder at entrance. He eats what for breakfast is the achievement. That is a special intruder one. So the guy at the porch for the fly, when it had the camera in its mouth, it was right click intruder. So that might be what we have to do for Shotgun Guy. On my stream, yes. Those are two of my cats in the lower left there. You are correct. That lantern isn't normally there. The ones visible are Mason and Ember. Left to right. Furthest we've made it. The kitchen's missing. Like, wait a minute. I wanted to jump here in case something had appeared here while we couldn't see it. Missing room can often be one that's hard to to notice because you get so locked in trying to look at what you can see. Light. Flickering light. But this is a difference. Starting with 7, the intruders are a much more interactive experience usually. It's not just weird dudes standing in the room and you report it. It's usually it can frequently become an interactive thing. I think it was in the spa in 7 where this really weird guy could be at the desk, the reception area, and he would have to answer like a quiz. Like, how many X are in this room kind of thing. And once you interacted with them, you were locked in. You had to answer right. Right? Yes. That is the thing that I called out before, that the plastic milk crates can go missing. Feel free to call out if you do spot something, folks. This is not a no backseating experience. You don't have to if you don't want to. But you... Is this a dead body or an intruder? Dead body. Hello, Sammy. Sammy has arrived to make it very difficult to use the keyboard. Yeah, I know. Sammy is at least 50% bigger than Ember, but she has decided that she wants to sit on my shoulder like Ember does. It is much more of a thing. Yeah, yeah. I'm talking about you. We need at least one more thing to ensure victory. We have just a little bit longer to go. It's not a jack-o'-lantern. It's just a pumpkin. Feel like we can make it now as long as we don't get a kill condition one. He said, ensuring a kill condition one appears. Oh, that's... How do I get rid of her? Okay, it's a hold. Protracted hold. Ha. We were so close. That's a tough one. I was mistaking the way that it looked for a fail to report marker. Something missing in the backyard and something replaced on the porch as well. Don't know what was replaced, but... This was as it was. This was unchanged. Something went missing here. Sammy is up behind my head, demanding head scratches. Interference by cat is definitely a thing that happens during these kind of games. Right. Yeah, I know. I know. We were real close. We were real close to victory, so we're definitely within range to complete now. Which means we're going to have a full 0 fail here, but... You know. This is extra. Okay, let's look for a moved thing in the living room. Be swinging back around to it shortly. Plate. Slippers, books. Did this move? Think so. Looks like it did not, but this is the nature of the game. You don't feel bad that you're wrong. It's better to think, it's better to try, you know? There was another like trough or tub there that is somewhat concealed by the shadows now that I looked closer. Jack-o'-lantern can be there. No, that can change. Waiting for these to be swapped. Or for there to be, like, something up here. We've spotted a couple, but I feel like there's definitely one active already. We'll try it. I think that's in the right place. Oh, yeah, it went jack-o'-lantern. And I just mentioned that it could. Black coat. And loud noise. At least it wasn't in the woods. Ha 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 ha. The Lovecraftian god that's hard to name without making it sound like you're saying something bad. Mattresses or sacks of grain or something. Goat, scarecrow. Tractor looking thing, outhouse, lights seem okay. Dog, swing, wind chimes. Hardwired doorbell. Dog. Grand Caballero Ranch. They are definitely missing something. Absolutely already active. Tall candles. we're down to 0 or 1. There's probably something still around that we haven't seen. I mean, it goes without saying, but keeping it at 1 or 2. Is that? Calendar picture can change. We'll double check when we swing back around. If it's a farmhouse, it definitely changed, because that's what it's changed to before. That should be the same thing. Let's... Body there. Chair is tipped. Chair is tipped. That's subtle. Like, it's a big movement, but it's a subtle change as far as what the area looks like. It's like when the door was further away than it should be. Big change to the room, subtle change to the environment. We're going to try that one more time. This looks kind of like it did last time, but that might have been the tires that it triggered when we didn't see what it was. It's correct. But we know it's not. Something is definitely wrong, but what is it? Paper is right, magazine is right, candles, tall candle thing, book, slippers, books, pictures are right, shelves are right, TV is right, row of candles by the TV is right, this seems right, that seems right. Did it always say the stable? It did not say the stable on the beam in the stable. Even the dog just being there is still the addition of animals that are supposed to be there. And in 7, there was the room with technicians in it that were supposed to be there. And it adds the element of there's a creature there, but it is the details of the creature that can be wrong, not its presence. And that is a big change from the games before that, whereas if there is anything that seems alive, it's wrong. There always that many hay bales? I guess there were. Oh, but this is too far away. Yep, Obenai, as the door got further away. That's why. That's why it felt like the hay bales were wrong. That's my justification for why I thought the hay bales were wrong. ex post facto and all of that. Which, given the context of other words from that kind of language, I believe is from after the fact, from later facts thing. Thing, lamp, yeah. No movement there. Dough there, cushions there. That's not always there. It's a white thing there. There's a little thingy right there. Like, kind of like a propane tank or canister of some kind. This was missing one of those times, actually. I remember seeing just the fruit bowl. Tires, lights are okay. Weird animal? Long doggo. It's right up in your business. I mean, it's better than like a sinister long doggo. He's just, you know, extra happy. He can say hello to the person in the camera now. Thank you. It's that marker where you know that can happen, but you still overlook it, you know? It's not a huge change to the room, but it should be more apparent than it is. Like, I should be able to notice it more easily because it is the blue thing in the room, you know? Is very visible, like, difference. Given how bright that fridge is, you expect, like, there to be a vision of Zool in it, you know? Fog in the backyard. And we breathe deep because it is not uncommon for them to pull a secondary after clearing fog or similar. They did that in the spa in 7, I believe. Where the sauna room could have red guy in it after the steam cleared. Something is wrong. I wonder if the guy back here was one of the ones that each time you switch away, it creeps closer. The crawler in the pool in 7 did that. The longer you waited, it would creep up on the camera, and if you waited too long, lights. If you waited too long, it was a kill condition. Even if you weren't looking at it, it was a kill condition if you waited too long. Yes, this wheel was here. That's one that I saw earlier on a couple rounds ago and was like, wait, was that wheel there? Sadly, it was. March. Entrance. Again, windmill. I expect water reservoir. Ranch. Head. Shovel. Fence segment. Don't recall being able to see the wall there, but I have to look around to get around the glare on the monitor for that. Two hours to go, but we're probably at 2 anomalies right now. What could it be? Chimes. Dead body. Okay, that means we were at 1. This is 2. So we're probably down to 1 again. I wonder if the guy on the porch was the guy on the couch just after he got dressed. Is there movement here? Let's see. We clicked extra object here. The goat shadow is odd. But I think the thing that was actually wrong was that there were tires here. We saw that again later. Or it's that the secondary light source makes it skewed when you look close at it, you know? Yep. We were at 2, we've hit 3 now. We've definitely learned more of them, but we can't spot all of them yet. Straps, 3 things there, pitchfork, crates. New goats, their tub, goat, tub, tub. Missing outhouse, that's the 3rd thing. That's 3. We have 2 more to find. I wonder if that's the movement I saw. Was this going away? Bench. Movement. Still spinning. Lights are still on. Name is right. It would seem no. Still steam okay. Just hanging on, but we really need to knock out another one shortly. Nope. Something was moved on the porch, or altered on the porch. Something was swapped in the kitchen, and one of the lights was wrong in the backyard. I wonder if one of the spotlights went out. Either that or it was the goat pen flickering. Thanks for swinging through, Obenai. I think the wind chimes were turned around. Don't know what would have been swapped in here. Maybe the newspaper? Usually newspapers are image anomalies, though. Should be starting now, if not in a little bit here. See. Battles, lights, horses, things on table in pitchfork. House, the 3 lights, the 3 goats. Should already be something. I think this coffee table was always there, but take a stab. Kind of an end table, you know? The things seem right there. Huh. Oh. Well, that's 1 or 2. It's 1 or 2. The horses being so up close, you can see that the details aren't quite right. They're kind of uncanny. Like the dog getting up close when it's all stretchy doesn't feel as uncanny because it has become strange. But at a distance, the reduced detail is more easily overlooked, you know? Genuinely surprised that the horses haven't been deployed yet. At least one thing is active. One thing is active. But what could it be? There's an object manipulation that happens in here. And I don't know what it is, but manipulation is a specific thing. It's one of the ones that appears when you are clicking on a thing subject to it. Image replacement. Possibly, maybe it like jitters around or something. Hello, Ember. Yeah. Yeah. Ember is trilling at me. Coffee maker, I see. This is a coffee maker. Okay. Hello, Ember. Hello. Hold still. Yeah. Still We switch to full mouse control. Jack-o'-lantern. Gotta be a 2. Whenever you clear 2, you should assume you still have 1 to 2 left. Because the second might be immediately replaced, you know? I suspect missing wheel is going to be a thing. Changes to the ranch sign. Oof. Black goat. Once you it starts looking at you, the kind of stinger starts building. I feel like that's got to be one of those, if you wait long enough, it'll, blow up the camera or something. The way the windmill moves has got to be a thing eventually. Or could easily be a thing eventually. They're starting to look bad for this run. It's okay. Yeah, there are enough anomalies that they don't have to repeat them too frequently. Is there anything else about that? Like, it's been a while since we had the levitating fruit. Random is random. You can still get consecutives of the same thing and run across multiple runs. But it's not always the same set, These times, we're going to spot what that object manipulation is. Intruder. Flies around. Fails. Intruder in the entrance. That sucking noise. we've got a steady flow of them. That puts us nicely in the one range. Fragile state, you know. Magazine changed. Good, good. That's a nuance of this game is you want to see things. Like finding them rapid fire is good. Not seeing something just in general is not good. It makes steady better than burst as far as frequency of something becoming apparent to you. It goes without saying that the goal is to find the things, but it's better that it's steady instead of, oh, this, and this. Steady generally means you are finding them around as they show up, you know? And you can more reliably gauge that you're, knocking them out and keeping the numbers down, as opposed to right now where we've hit 3. What is E? E in 6 E's? It's 6 E's. I don't know how to deal with E. It was E in the stable. But, oh, okay, we would have had to know which one of the lines was stable. Is given it was too long. We lost track of which one was stable. As well as which E was potentially correct. Okay, quick break. I will be right back and then we'll continue. Ollie. And we're back. Okay, well, we've encountered another new kind of severe anomaly. E. Again, there are little things, and then there are big things, and then there are extra weird things. And the extra weird ones, they don't constantly show. Like, we haven't seen Shotgunner again yet. We haven't seen Milking Woman yet. Again yet. We haven't seen any of the local anomalies a second time yet. Mason decided he's not getting sufficient attention here, so I gotta kind of lean over and give him rapid scratches. Need to run a wire along one of my desks here so I can do a static discharge without getting close to the mouse or any of the cabling. Though I am getting a USB hub that is discharge shielded, so that should help with not having to, pause the stream and go reset some USB. It's that lantern again. Good start. Good start. Found a thing early. Not too early, though. So we'll probably get another soon. Or another will activate soon. So present. Shelves, slippers, books, table. Crossbeam, distances. Hello, Molly. Hello. Vector is there. Hello, Molly. Hello. Yeah. And Caballero Ranch, yes. Still haven't determined exactly how Molly prefers to be pet. She is kind of seems like a stroke the back kind of cat, which is unfortunate because she generates so much static. Like I'm just slowly stroking the back of her back and stroking her back, and I can see her fur starting to stand on end. Which is a problem due to the aforementioned static discharge. Computer peripheral manufacturers continue to cut corners. USB hubs of all types are a example of the more egregious corner cutting. saddle. It is very common to have USB hubs that don't properly communicate with a computer, that have too many ports for how much power they can supply. Like you'll see, oh, it's 10 USB ports, but it's connected to the computer by one. Oh, here's our first local one repeated. Cue the trash man. Full backyard. Scarecrow, things in the background, 3 goats. Front porch. Entrance. The doodads seem to be present. Kitchen. Just, are there more plates than normal? I don't think so. I acknowledge you, Mason. I do. Candles, shelves, books, slippers. That timing made an interesting sound. Is that? Weird effect right here. Just be looking at it at the right angle to get it wrong, you know? That building fog? Nope. Missing milk crates. Suspect we're bobbling around 1 to 2. It's not ideal. You really want to be around 0 and 1. It kind of goes without saying, but finding another real soon would be great. Okay, in the kitchen. Ask and ye shall receive. Yeah, we're in the 1 and 2 range. Else? What else? Oh, TV. That is new. Eyeball vision. Reminds me of the Futurama Hypnotoad show. What are you doing tonight? We're going to go home and watch some Sinister Eyeball. Hey, Laura. Welcome, welcome. How's your day going? We're playing creepy camera game. We've come real close to finishing the first level, but... Oh, wow. Level 100 in that game is quite a journey. Yay. Come on now. We were doing so well. What are these? Don't. Quit it. Quit it, you. Signs of an intruder? Is it something that's been there the whole time and I just haven't noticed? We're going to assume the ladder and make another sweep here. You stay away from the cables, ma'am. Oh, hi. That was Meet the Husk. His achievement icon is long, squiggly arms. I think that's just got to be something I didn't notice. It's just weird, you know? Little speckles on the ground, you know? They're not out of place for the location. You can't go in there either. Up, down, you. She'll sit on my lap, but she'll get bored, and she starts to, like, pull at cables and try to crawl into storage cubbies. And we just hit 3. that be? Could be something dripping from above, but I feel like it's another shelving situation where I think it's a thing, but it's not a thing. Lighting. Okay, we're down to 2, but we need to find something else quickly. Time, meal, pumpkins, car, steady headlights. Purple door. Sink clock. Slippers, table, book. Things. Long dog. That's 3 again. We still need to find another one quick to get back down to 1. Just shot in the dark. While we're here. Is this tree branch or whatever always there? Clearly it was. Horses. I mean, I'll accept going 2 to 3 constantly, but, you know, if you're at 3 for any period of time, you're on the verge of game over. Nope. Entrance. Something moved in the kitchen. And something was replaced on the porch. I wonder if it was the goat skull at the entrance that was missing. I think that was gone, actually. Don't know what was replaced here. There are a couple of decent candidates for a replacement. Wonder if the calendar had moved to the right a little. We're learning. We're learning. Okay, these were always here. This was another instance of self-gaslighting there, where it's, you know, you become convinced that something was or wasn't there. Sip a beverage while the first one begins. Oof. Lows, chimes, whatever that thing is. Light skull, pumpkins, wheel, both facilities out there. And clock and plates and coffee and newspaper and fruit bowl and table with 2 chairs upright, cardinal positions. 3 window candles, 3 windows, 3 table candles with an extra candle on the glass thingy. Paper, pile of books, 2 paintings, couch, slippers, pink fuzzy slippers. Sign, no extra saddle, no extra space. Crates are present. There are 2 horses, 3 goats, a scarecrow, a tractor, an outhouse, a little shed in the goat pen with a light on steady. Trough left and back. There are no tires. There are 2 spotlights. 3 pillows on the swing, black striped and like patterned. Wind chime. Rectangle thing by the window. There are 2 lamps around the door with like slats behind it. Non-moving curtains in the windows, a bench, a not long dog. Lantern crate. Where is the hole? This one was whole. Hole. It's right here. It's like an eye. It's like a distorted eye. Okay. We have dealt with that one now. We know how to solve that one. We need confirmation on Milk Lady. Figure out how to deal with the shotgun guy. Confirmation on dealing with E. Uranium butter. Forbidden snack. I used extra object last time. Oh, that's good. Hey there, Lunar. Very high calorie. Gives you a brief but potent boost of energy. You know that there's some social media influencer out there that is pitching like, well, what you need to do is find this type of rock, you know? For a while there was, it's still around, but there was the trend of negative ion stuff. And there were some companies that were pitching like, kind of like name badge style thing, like convention badge, hang around your neck on a lanyard things that were dangerously radioactive. You know, again, not orange ceramic ware radioactive, but still, you don't want this over your heart radioactive. Extra space. The room is longer than it should be. goats. Stable, backyard, front entrance. Curtains are moving. I think they may have lumped object manipulation under object movement. We'll have to see if a special category appears for it. But it does seem like some of the joke categories will line up with relevant regular categories. Again, extra object and forbidden snack both seem to work. Think we're back. Think we're about back here. Might have something broken here. We'll find out in a moment. We'll find out in a moment. Yep, it's OBS crashed on us again. I'm gonna have to do some software checking after the stream here because we've had a couple of freeze ups that are new to us. So back we go. Back in we go. Quite annoying when that happens, you know? Oh, lantern. Okay. I think we're still in 1 to 2. Think we got the warning. Still wonder. I wonder if the object manipulation that we miss is the curtains twitching. Since that's a real subtle one on the front porch. Double checking. I thought I might have seen an extra banana. Okay, you again. Hopefully this won't get our video flagged. We'll have to see. That would imply, you know, consistency in enforcement, but yeah, there has been worse. the extra thing here. It's almost like a bathtub or like a little, like, what would it be called? Like a soapbox racer kind of thing? Hard to say. Some sort of crate / tub looking thing with bits attached. Oh, hi. This is the dude from the couch. And I appreciate that they meet the cowboys, the 19th cowboy. I appreciate that they had strategic wear and tear on the images. Again, a problem that Observation Duty 2, if I recall, had. Can't remember if it was 2 or 3. I think it was 2. They were too willing to show bits. Okay. Shelves, candles, books, tables, couch slippers. Space lights, cabling, missing crates. At least for me, I've found that periodically getting into a recitation of what is supposed to be there can help notice, like, to put your eyes on the relevant areas. So if you see me moving my mouse around, that's me doing that mentally. You know, these are the spots with things. Things that we are aware of. Wind chimes are here. There are these dangly ropes that are on either side. But the wind chimes are out here. I'm waiting for us to notice something wrong with the wind chimes. You'd think it would have had, it has to be able to happen. Those horses are like a perpetual startle built into the map. Since the timing on their whinnying is independent of you looking. Problems with the OBS freezes that I've had is you have to kill the process, and sadly, having to do that, often logging processes don't... It's not infrequent that unless the app ends in a... If the app is killed, it doesn't have the I am being... like, I am shutting down because I have caught an error behaviors. So sometimes the last bits of the log don't get in there. And the final bits can be the most relevant bits. We'll see, though. Oh, well. What'd we miss? Something was swapped in the kitchen, something was missing at the front porch, and there was something missing in the living room. Wow. Are there more wind chimes that I'm just thinking of here? Because they're right there. Dangly cord, dangly cord. So one of these things had to be missing, you know? Bench, rectangle, wood, crate, lantern, something. Then something was replaced in here. And something was missing here. Lots of candidates. Lots of candidates. We're getting them, though. We're learning them. Yep. It's probably just, yeah. I just never noticed that horse had a white spot on its side. I did replacement as a stab in the dark, but usually anything interacting with the animals is like a specific prompt, like weird animal. Coffee maker is another prime target for like replacement, since it's foreground and kind of an odd shape given the positioning. Like the lighting and its position, it's, if you look close, it's definitely a coffee maker, but otherwise it's just kind of an odd shape front left. So I feel like that would be an easy one to get swapped out for a non-obvious shape change. Paper, clock, switch, outlet, fridge, dishes, sink, coffee maker, and stove. Cabinets, tall candles. Oh. We lost Twitch. Oopsie doopsie. So I'll pop up. Here's your Twitch stream summary. Hey, wait. We're back. Twitch, we're back. You're right. All right. Missing outhouse. Good, good, good. Is at a reasonable place heading into the second hour? Newspaper. It's changed. I wonder which level Huge Man will show up in this time. They've pretty regularly been including him. Huge Man was the first kind of interactive intruder. I think he showed up in 2. Where you would have to report him multiple times to get rid of him. You do it the first time, then the next time you entered that room, he would be right up in the camera looking at it. I believe that was the first instance of a strange custom report option, since that one had Huge Man as a report option. Thing. Turn to firewood. Those are meant to be like image. Calendar image changed. Wonder if those things in the door are meant to be like vertical blinds, you know? Perhaps something else. Table. Work. Double. Horses. Yoke, scarecrow, outhouse and tractor, little shed, 2 tubs, hay bale, spotlights. Eyeball TV. Big old CRT or rear projection television. Can't quite tell the scale. Also doesn't have the curvature that you'd normally associate with a CRT. Might be our last attempt on this level. I am getting tired. Like, inexplicably sleepy. Well, not inexplicably, very explicably, but very unexpectedly. We'll see. We'll see once we're to that point. I know, right? We're getting some verisimilitude, you know, just nodding off on camera duty. That's when the clowns will rob your bank. Black goat. Such a loud noise. Dog, 3 doodads, wind chimes, rectangular thing, crate, bench, unmoving curtains, skull, wheel, pumpkins, shovel, full newspaper, calendar, light switches, outlet, clock, open fridge, plates, coffee maker, and sink and stove, and 2 chairs at the table. There, 3 there. Case, book, and slippers, 2 paintings of that nature. You again. I like how it's not the same set of animations. Your camera is damaged in slightly different ways. Like the skew of the camera after she pelts it with enough rocks seems to vary. Tractor, regular scarecrow, spotlight. Crate, firewood, lantern thing. Big chime, 3 pillows. Hole. Does. To me, it looks like a big eyeball here. It's subtle. The distortion seems to be most severe in this spot. What have you to tell me, sharpshooter? It's okay here. There. Oh, 700. Moving along. It's an every little bit thing, sharpshooter. Every little bit. So you worry less about the specific number and more about growth rate, you know? Long as number go up, number good. Oh, I'm thinking dead body. Can't quite tell. But definitely, you know, corpse in fridge. Can't tell if it was like your clean suit or snowsuit or something like that. I mean, it's not snowy enough and it doesn't look like it's extra cold. Yeah, the stable level sharpshooter has some real Texas Chainsaw vibes. You know, not overtly, but it's that sort of feel. Okay, pumpkin and wheel and shovel and fence segment. Calendar, newspaper, fruit bowl. Switches, outlet, dirty plates. Oh, it's not replacement. I'll give it one more. I don't think that's actually wrong. The exact, like, layout of the plates sometimes feels off. Picture, slippers, book, 3 of these. TV, 3 of those. 1 there, 3 there. Those are okay. I haven't been paying attention to the Persian rug, actually. I know there's a rug here. Let's just... real quick. That's not what I thought it was. I said replacement, and I thought it was the rug. But something else triggered. I don't like that. Maybe it was the stack of books? No, the back one is Mason and the front one is Sherbet. Sky is the fluffy gray one. Oh, missing newspaper. Okay. Sky is a very memorable cat. He is very sociable. Yep, the one in front is Sherbet. He has more white visible on him most of the time. With Mason, it's primarily underbelly is white. Newspaper, plate, sink, coffee maker next to stove. Those, 3 of those, 3 of those. Newspaper and magazine, 1 column thing, books, slippers, pile of books. Wonder if the pile of books had been swapped with something. Long horse. That is new. We have not had long horse. I think there's an SCP that is long deer or something like that. Maybe it is long horse. I know it existed or there was a riff on it in What was that card game? The sort of ARG, very involved card game that we played on stream. Inscription, that's the one, Laura. Thank you. That was a good game. Oh, fly guy. Begin the sequence. I don't know. Maybe we can hold out hope that someday all of the microplastics in our body will end up being like the path to immortality. Build some sort of like preserving lattice throughout all of your organs and bones. I don't think this did move, but I mean, right, if most of your body is forever chemicals, that makes you forever, right? It just makes sense. Oh, there's 3 active. No, we're doing so well. That cow is not normally that close. Okay, there is now 2 active. Let's find another one, find another one. Curtains are moving. That's one of the most subtle ones on this map. Missing cow skull. Okay, that's ooh, that was a save. We are down to 0-1 at the moment. We have a bit of a breather and an hour and a quarter to go. We are once again close. That was subtle. What was the replacement here? You're right. Object manipulation. Good call, good call. We got burned by that in 7 before, where the clock is completely wrong. Now, the hour hand does not move smoothly. The hour hand moves in full jumps, but that was entirely wrong. Metal strap, shovel, pitchfork, seed bags, I presume. Corpse crow there. Okay. Okay. They're coming a little faster right now. Garbage bags, okay. Trash man. If you look, he's got a garbage bag head. And rubber gloves. Thing. Shovel thing. Shares, fruit boil. Clock is on 5 o'clock, right around the right time. They wouldn't do clock again. So far, we haven't had inter-run repeats. Dang horses. Stable, that's not normally there. No text. Intensity is definitely increasing. Lock switches. Chair. We are effectively at the same time as our longest run. There are still a couple that could just wreck us. A couple that we aren't fully aware of how to clear. Not seeing anything. Really need to work on the glare for whenever I play this game. Okay, good. That is a good one to find. That is an obvious one to find. Okay, there was a camera tick there. So close. Give me another one. Something. Give me something. Thank you, Jordan. Just need something. Because we are definitely racking them up right now. Oh, missing crates. Missing crates. Come on. Jordan, we are playing I'm on Observation Duty 8. And we might finish the first level in a moment here. Ooh. Well, on the plus side, the adrenaline of that has woken me up at least a little. So we ride. Airplane terminal. Jordan, this is a spot the difference style game. So there are a series of cameras around a location, and we're looking for anything that changes once the round fully starts. That can be objects moving, getting swapped out, lights flickering, creepy creatures appearing, all kinds of stuff. We need to notice that they're there and identify them to get rid of them. If 4 of them are active at once, we lose. Let's see. Suspected redacted activity has been reported at Redacted International Airport. After local controllers lost contact with Redacted Airlines flight during final approach and the aircraft failed to taxi off the primary runway, emergency services boarded the plane. No passengers or crew were found on board the craft. The passenger manifest confirms the presence of Redacted on board, but as with other passengers, they could not be located. They are. Those two are sweethearts. Those are 2 brothers. The upper one is Mason, the lower one is Sherbet. Up in the cat tree there, front to back, is Sammy and then Sky. And then curled up is Ember. Then sitting right next to one of my feet is Molly, whom you cannot see. Bodak has taken over the handling of the incident at the request of local authorities. The area surrounding the plane has been redacted under the guise of a minor technical issue. Despite previous loss of communication, intermittent redacted from the pilot are being received from the aircraft, though he was not found aboard in subsequent sweeps. All right, what do we got? Okay, we have gate 2. Chairs, 2 rows of 4. Backpack, luggage. Red, green, red. It's gate 2, go through. Posters. We have 3 departures with a bunch of text. Hopefully they don't try to pull a nuanced text on us. Evacuation. Entry with a suitcase. Overhead. 3 are open. All 3 have baggage. Food service. Oh man, they get donuts and like croissants and whatnot. That's not fair at all. I know, right? I mean, these could be donuts or bagels. Then you have like croissants or crullers or something like that behind them. And this isn't first class unless they're being like terrible people and rolling the good stuff through the back rows. Because this is first class. Drink bag, suitcase, shoes, 3 open. Pilot's compartment. The topper, the banana. Here. Magazine. No cameras in the toilet. It's not really a band I keep track of or anything. I'm not really a big, like, concert goer or something like that. And really, the only music I tend to notice is what I'm listening to at the time. Bloody handprint. The composition of this has got to change at some point. I also expect there will be more rows, like it will stretch further than it should. That's right. Right layout, shoes, gray, cup. Apparently something weird happened. A flight stopped responding and wouldn't like taxi out, so they shut things down and went to look, and everybody was missing. So the secret organization we work for has like set up in the place. I like this. This is no cameras, no alcohol. Don't squat on top of the toilet. We do need to pay attention to what is generally on that sign. Is this closer? Yeah. Yeah. It does have a bit of that vibe. In this case, you have like this flight has disappeared, though apparently we're now starting to get transmissions from the pilot periodically, even though they never found the pilot. Things, glass, purse, suitcase. The way everything is laid out, it looks like everybody vanished during boarding. It's the wrong image. Let's take a stab at that. We definitely don't have a grasp on this place at all. You know, first run. Setting aside the goofy CGI, the Langoliers, you know, TV movie wasn't bad. Well, that was a hidden object. I didn't think they had a sequel. I know some of the Stephen King TV stuff. Oh.
Please proceed to gate
17. The trend of the naked fat man being on each map continues. At running gag or just like a mobile anomaly, I'm not sure. No, unclear. Please keep the toilet clean. Do not stick head in toilet while propped upside down. It was effectively the don't squat on the toilet, but flip the person upside down and stick their head in it. This is different. Different bag. Ah, okay. Yeah, I remember the stand was one that was broken up, like, into many pieces. Like, wasn't it like 3 or 4? Don't think there were 4 of them open. Hmm. Abyss. At the gate. The original iteration of the Abyss was just a black sphere that would grow larger. Now it's kind of a wobbly, amorphous fog, you know? Hey there, Rogue. Welcome. Every time I say that, I am always reminded of a game that I played a lot way back called Clouds of Zine. There was a turn-based, like, grid movement RPG series called Zine. And Clouds of Zine had, like, adventurers guilds that when you entered them, a old-style voiced line would play, and it was, "Welcome to the guild." The clock in the lower left is our shift. We go from midnight to sunrise at 6. We are very likely to lose real quick here. We need to find differences such that there aren't 4 at once. And we've already been warned that there were 3 once before finding a couple of things. And we haven't found anything recently. Oh, nice. So you're writing a book called Rogue Radio, or the book is just called Rogue? Well, hello, Bottle. That was adorable. That guy can show up later. But he would show up in a different spot in this map or on a subsequent run. Usually he doesn't have multiple forms on the same map. Ah, okay. He is effectively the generic intruder. There are a couple of others, but starting with 7, each of the intruders is, like, specific to the area and normally has a name. Like, the game has a name for them. We don't know if anybody died. So the concept of this is anomalies, like weird happenstance. So you get poltergeist-like behavior, but you also just get strange things and creatures. The images can change. I expect we can see something here and here. Yeah, more of a Silent Hill style situation, but not a full alternate dimension. Is that always there? Looks like it was. See anything weird on the departures board? Yeah, it's a step up, but it's kind of weird to have that kind of positioning. I did like the little bottle dancing around. That was cute. There we go. Something moved in the cockpit. There was an image that was wrong in business class. And something was missing in the economy class. Landscape 2. Whose color is that? These. Okay. This is forward. We have evacuation indicators for land and water. Basic instructions. Handle. I think this handle was missing. Mug. For it to be an image, it would have had to be the exit or this. Perhaps a bottle label. Suitcase, 2 things. Whatever that is. Okay, where those 2 there is. Whatever that is in a dark shape here. Cup, purse, suitcase, shoes. Green lighting. Coat, seat buckles. Vest, that. Banana, mug. Steering yoke. Bottles. Magazine, tissue paper, pile of garbage, toilet paper. Don't squat, don't drink, don't snap photos, windows closed, toilets open. 3 departures, all the places sound plausible. All the markers sound plausible, posters look right. Lights, gate. Luggage, backpack, number of chairs. Potted plant. I think that potted plant was there before. Hinge, handles, suitcase. 2-part there. Full, top heavy, bottle. Wiggly one. Coffee pot / water carafe. White topped ones behind wigglier ones. This is the put your head down, but is it? Okay, we can't image anomaly there or there. Huh. What would the image anomaly have been? Suitcase thing, dark thing to open. Shoes. Exit sign. Coat, buckles. Banana cup. Thing odd in the buttons. Yoke is still. Signs. Bottle tissues, pile of garbage. Yeah, it's kind of like a very localized Silent Hill that isn't tied to a person. It's kind of a place where weirdness is leaking. In varying degrees from, things like poltergeist style activity on through monsters. Like Fly Guy on the ranch map. Exit, dark thing, shoes, green lights. Missing cup in economy. Right about here. Oh. Oh. I see. Sir, that is not your seat. And cup, yoke, buckles. I'll have to keep an eye on the configuration of the upper straps. Light. It's also the window is just opened. Registers seem okay. Handles, latch. Entrance, that seems fine. There. That chair arm always up? It wasn't. Nice. Sit. This in place, it's misaligned with the vent valve there, or the sink. Okay. Maybe they want it off-center for some reason. Image anomaly. Entrance blocked by mountains of madness. The Mountains of Madness is one of the classic Lovecraft stories. It is the primary place that we are introduced to the elder things in the Shoggoths. Elder things being a strange creature with pentagonal radial symmetry. This one is normally a gray color. Let's verify here. Okay, let's see. There's some of these others. Stripes are consistent. Images look right. Posters look right. Potted plant, backpack. Names on the boards are plausible. Potted plant. The status of trays will continue to be an issue for this one, like which ones are down or not. Some weird shape there that I can't identify. Definitely still not used to it. Some sort of marking there. Believe this would be like an instruction screen for the passengers. You know, to go along with there are exits to your left and right in case of emergency. Handprint. A lot of handprints in this one. The way the story plays out is it seems like we have some sort of kind of dimension shift going on, failing something like pulling the people out into another plane of existence. Not, you know, they booked a separate flight. There was a spectral layover. This is definitely going to be the last run. It is. I've already had a second wind. I'm not going to gamble on a third. Smoke coming out of that vent. Which means I expect it might be possible for the other vents to do that, but... Let's check those for floor stains in first class, shall we? Okay, those markings, are they something? Let's put extra object, see if that's it. It would seem so. Please don't tell me we'll have to gauge if those levers have moved. It's a nice indicator. Handprint again. Yeah, this one has a strong, like, haunting vibe to it. We have the everybody vanished without a trace, but then we have a lot of the classic, you know, ghost touching the wall or the mirror kind of stuff going on. Thought it might be lighting, and I just didn't remember. Say image. All the flights are canceled. Again, they've only shut down, from what we can tell, they've only shut down the terminal around Gate 2 at the moment. Finding more things. Bit of a task, Harry. Instead of fly with us, this is die with us now. The plane in the poster has been replaced by an explosion at the end of the contrails. I'm having a hard time reading it. I could only tell, for me, it looked like a meatball on a fork until I leaned forward. I think there will be something with those control button arrays there. I guess. That's a vaguely humanoid figure for, you know, in my field of view right now, but yeah, this is too long. There were only 2 segments previously. Lower segment, upper segment, corner. seems like it should be image manipulation because, and everyone else, they have the heads down thing in the back of the chair. But that one has a completely different coloration at the top. I have reached, I am losing a second now and again levels of drowsy. Yes, game, I am aware that I'm failing. Ooh. Paper magazine, bottle, mirror, camera. That latch in the right position? Apparently so. It's gate name, luggage, number of chairs, number of lanes. Stirs, bottle, carafe, cup. Correct array of foodstuffs. All right, tell us what we missed. An image in business class. Something moved in economy. And something was missing at the entrance. Bet it was the handle again or something. Alrighty, folks. We are going to wrap up there. Like I said, getting a little bit drowsy. So good time to stop on the I have to be able to concentrate and make use of time efficiently game. Oh, but tomorrow is going to be a coding stream. We're going to try using the physics server model for getting our objects in place again. We'll see if we're going to do bodies, but I'm going to start with just doing a walls as lines that I keep track of logic. We'll see. We'll see how it go. But it could prove to be an optimization. I learned some extra things since we last tried it. Hopefully that'll be fun. We'll plan on doing that at the normal time tomorrow at 4 p.m. Central. But with that said, I hope you had a good time watching with us tonight. If you like what you saw and would like to see more, remember to like, follow, subscribe. All of those buttons are generally good. Pressing them helps the channel. If you'd like to consider financially supporting the channel, you can do so through platform-specific means like memberships, subscriptions, as well as off-platform means that you can find through the link tree in my bio and video descriptions. With all that said, I do hope the rest of your day is good, and I will see you next time.